Hi,
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine. What's the weather like where you are?
Oh, it's really hot today.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's going to be really, like up to Friday, it's going to be like 37 or something. But Saturday, we're all going out for family lunch and beach, and it's only going to be 22.
Oh, that's better. That's
Oh,
much
yeah,
easier to cope with.
probably.
What, you don't like 22? It's 22 here at the moment.
Yeah, no, I don't mind 22.
Yeah, 22. The sun's out. It doesn't feel cold. It doesn't feel hot. I'm happy. 22 to 25 is my go-to. That's it.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody, everyone. Hi, Lockie. Hi, Shawana. Hey, Penny. Hey, Tatiani. It's raining and cold where I am in Brisbane. Is it? Oh, really?
Well, it
Oh,
has been really hot there, I've heard.
yes. Yes.
So,
Hot and muggy, I think. If it wasn't so muggy all the time and you didn't hit that wall when you walked into it, it's like it would be a whole lot better.
yeah, I've only been to Brisbane once, and I remember just coming outside for a bit or something, and the heat just smacked my. It was
Yeah.
like, whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adelaide gets hot too, right? Adelaide gets hot. It's more dry over here,
Yes. Yeah,
but
it
it's
is.
still hot though.
Mm. Well, you get the same sort of weather patterns as we do. I don't mind being down at the bottom end of Australia because the weather changes. So we get a couple of good days of heat and then all of a sudden it just switches down. And that's what I like, the change in temperature, because I can't stand being under the constant of an air conditioner. It's just like, seriously, I don't like it. It's just too dry for me.
Yeah.
Yes, Lockie, the humidity is pretty bad, and the further up you go, the worse it is. Really hard to deal with. Really hard to deal with. Um,
Are you
don't
in? Oh, Lockie is he in Adelaide?
no Queensland.
Oh, Queensland.
Yeah,
So you're
it's
looking at houses near Adelaide. Oh, okay.
It's gross. I was looking at houses near Adelaide yesterday. Here we yeah.
Oh, on
And
the internet, right?
yes. What did you find, Lockie? That's a little bit too far away from everyone. You got a lot of family in New South Wales, don't you, Lockie?
Hi, Andrew.
Hey Andrew, how you doing? My sister's from a different mister. different, different, different mama. Different mamas. Cheap houses. Yes, yes, Lockie, they are cheap houses. Well, cheaper, but you
Are
can
they? Because there's not a lot of housing for rent in Adelaide, apparently. So,
no, no. But you got if you want to get cheaper housing for rentals. I'm not talking about buying, but for rentals, it seems the further out rural that you go, um, they do become cheaper, but then there's a hassle of getting to a job if you have one.
yeah, I don't like you.
Okay, Jen.
What can I say about that? I don't know. It all depends on the state you go, and also all depends on what you get, what you do for a living, and how much you get depends on what you can afford and what you can buy.
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't think it matters now wherever you go, because Adelaide maybe was a little cheaper, but to the locals, it's not really. You know.
Just putting up my PayPal. Won't be a second.
Okay. Need to smoke.
I have to pin it. Won't be a sec. Pin. 1,500 houses. What do you mean? 1,500 houses to choose from, Lockie. only 2 houses, but only 1,500 in Queensland, Vic, in New South Wales. What does that mean? There were only 2 houses there.
There is
Where?
a shortage.
Oh my God, you're
No, I'm not.
okay. Well,
I did buy a new camera.
oh, did you? Okay. Well, just
And I did uninstall Zoom and reinstall it because they sent me links to fix it up and everything. So it's the app, not me.
Yeah. Oh, you use Zoom for a link?
No, Zoom. I sent an email to Zoom complaining, and they sent me links to clean it up and reinstall. So it's the app, not me.
Okay. All right. Okay, I get it. All right. Well, just in case you do drop out, I'll wait for you to come back.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen.
Okay, good. Sounds good to me. Sounds even better when you say that.
Yeah, plus there's a lot of solar flares today, so God knows what's going to turn up today.
Yeah, I generally don't pay too much attention to that. I've tried to read up on it, and I just can't get my head around it. It seems to affect a lot of electronics, and yes, it does affect people a little bit. But the electronics is, if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. You just have to go with it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying we're getting solar flares today.
Yeah.
I've been feeling into it all day.
Have you?
Yeah.
And how does it affect you?
Part of my job.
Oh, okay. How does it affect you?
Well, this morning, it's I'm not so bad with it because I've done a lot of inner work and got a lot of density out of my energy. But today it will feel like you're being pushed a little bit, like the energies are pushing. If you feel like you're being pushed a little bit, it's because your guidance needs you to do something that will help the next step that you're wanting to take. So in other words, if you don't do any of this stuff, the pushing of the energy will create some sort of will create some dysfunction in your life.
Yeah.
Because your guidance is telling you time to clean up. You got to clean up. So the more you clean your energy, the less you feel the dysfunction of it. So I'm feeling a lot better now. And plus I laid under the lights for about 45 minutes to help me. Plus I need to I feel into it because it's my role to tell people what's going
on. Yes. Yeah, I get it. Okay, peeps, we're only on here for a couple of hours, so if anybody wants an in-depth reading, please, by all means, we've got a number of people in the background there, so come say hello. If you would like, I don't know, just a very short answer, a brief answer to a question that you have, Katerina or myself will answer it, but it will just be a brief one. Hey, Mila, how are you?
Hello. Yes, well, I have run out of zinc, so maybe I need to get some more, and I do take magnesium. I'm doing everything I need to do. I'm not having a bad day or anything.
Yeah.
But somebody else might, right?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. The other thing too is I just would like to let everybody know I might trigger you today. If I trigger you today, remember I love you.
That's what we need to know. Rick, your finances are going to be okay, but you have to put in the work. You have to take the steps to make it work. They're telling me that you're robbing Peter to pay Paul at the moment. That will change. And it is also dependent on the way you handle things. They're saying to me your budget is tight anyway, but things will change. You just have to, they're saying you just have to adapt a little bit more. So hopefully that's helped you, Rick. Also up in Queensland, I believe. Amy, wondering if Derek and I will find our way back to each other.
Maybe you need to be separated for a while to get your bearings, to get your own feet on your own ground and learn to stand on your own feet, and then possibilities of coming back together. Sometimes we're not with another person because we have to do our own inner work, and that inner work sometimes we can't be with other people when that happens. But if you both want to come back to each other, then you'll make it happen. Otherwise, you won't. I mean, that's my answer to that. So, it feels like you both need to be on your own to do some inner work that needs your own attention for a little while.
Tatiani, Simone, I got your donation. We will do you shortly, or do your reading shortly, should I say. Tatiani, I'm actually the job. Don't hurry this process, they're telling me, because the right job is going to come along for you. The one that is meant to be there for you will come through. You just need to keep on moving forward the way you're doing things at the moment. You're not going to be left destitute. You will be okay. You just have to just keep sending those resumes out, because one will pick it up and say, we need her. Just keep going with that. Keep going with it. Keep putting in the time. Keep putting in the energy. Send out the positive energy for the right one to come along. Manifest it for yourself, Tatiani. Yes, Penny. A hold for a job. You're on hold for a few things at the moment, Penny, so that you can breathe.
Just saying hello to Margaret.
Margaret, you still need to go out and find one.
Yeah. Growing spiritually means we're growing spiritually every day of our lives. It doesn't start and stop. So what you're feeling is the encouragement to do more inner work. That's what you're feeling. So, but I wouldn't hold off and not get a job, because you need to eat and pay your bills. Your spirit guides will never tell you to not have a job. Okay.
Because we have to participate in life, Penny, however that happens for you. So keep plugging away at this, all right? The right one will come along. You got the last job that you had was good for you. It showed you what you can do and showed you how far you could possibly go for yourself. It was a stepping stone, basically. Lockie. This is the last one before we start with Simone. Anybody else would like to put in their donation, please do. Oh, bugger, Lockie. That's for you, that card. I'll get the sun card for you, Lockie. You're going to be given good news, Lockie. And I know you remember, and I'm just saying it because of everybody else on the live. We are not doctors, so it's good that you're going up to the doctors this afternoon to find out all about what's happening for you. But you will be able to handle this. It is not going to be the same It's not going to be a repeat of what happened to you years ago. This is going to be somewhat different. Yeah. Have you got anything for Lockie?
What I do have is just go with the open heart and open mind that you're going to be okay no matter what.
The 3 cards I got for you, Lockie, was the first one was the Sun card. The second one was there will be a change of direction. You will need to make decisions for yourself. And then the last one is the Six of Swords, which tells me that, you're going to be moving into territory that is a lot more calmer and you will adapt to this. Who are you calling twinsies, Carrie? Oh, it's Shubal. Okay, Chiquita. Must be Chiquita. All right, I've missed a whole heap of stuff here, so let me just go back and have a look. Simone, Simone will do you next. Just let me have a look at these. Hello, Margaret. Hi, Vicky. How are you? Tatiani says thank you. Penny says thank you. Squeeze me. You doubt I'm a real shoebill? That's very cute.
So someone's just donated for Lockie. Simone, did you just donate so Lockie can get a reading? Is that what you did?
Hey, Brianna. I should have the money to donate. Well, it looks like somebody's donated for you, Lockie. Give me 2 seconds. Just broke for today, payday tomorrow. That's okay, Tatiani. Don't worry about it. Okay. Margaret sent back sent donation. Back sent donation. What does that mean?
She's come back from doing whatever she was doing and she sent a donation.
Oh, duh, Caroline. Seriously. Okay, so who was the one that
So Simone donated for Lockie.
Okay. And also Margaret, where did you send the donation to? Did you send it to my other account? You must have sent it to the other account. Hang on a minute. I'll just put a chat in here for you, Katerina.
Okay.
Feels truly appreciated, feel blessed, full of appreciation. Okay, all right. So let's, Margaret. Yeah, okay. All right. I'll look for it later. I'll look for it later, Margaret. So thank you for your donation as well. Other account. All right.
Who do we start with?
Lockie.
Lockie.
Yeah, Simone put it through for Lockie. I thought it was for Simone, but it's for Lockie. So, pardon me. So maybe we can continue on with what we were just talking about for Lockie. Unless Lockie has any questions that you would like to ask Lockie. I wish I could give you a massive hug. Who, me? Or Simone? Or us? Oh, no, I think that was for Simone. Lockie, gratitude for all the work you have done. Very beautiful. There you go. Yeah, you had 2 accounts. I sent the same one. Yeah, no, that's okay, Chiquita. One is specifically for the anti-child trafficking, and the other one is for just me, which doesn't get used for my lives. But that's okay. I will just transfer it in. My questions really, I would love
Okay, let's see.
where my life might take me now.
Okay, so I'm going to answer that with a question, because your guidance is saying to me to want to tell you, where do you want to go, my beloved? We can go with you wherever you want to go. Wherever you want to go. The question is really, what is it that you want to do? Because we can take you wherever we want to take you, but would it be for your highest good? So the highest good is for you to feel confident in deciding where you would like to go next. This is how they speak, my friend. Yeah. So it's all about, it's all about going within yourself and looking at looking at your confidence and where is it lacking, and then become friends with that lack and tell it to help you to decide what to do next without difficulty. Don't go detaching it, because it'll come back and you'll have to deal with it in a different way, and it'll amplify, right? But I see you walking on your path, Lockie, and you have lots of guidance, and your guidance is saying that you must trust us a lot more to be able to hear your answers or feel your answers. But all in good time, because you're doing such a great job, it will just become natural for you. That's nice. I can see there's 3 of you. There's 3 of them walking with you. Right. And they're made of white. They're made of gold and white light. So be confident in knowing that you're being guided by the golden light, not by a lower vibration. So that's nice to know. It's always nice to know, right? Because
yeah, absolutely.
Because there's a lot of things out there that we can't see, and when somebody else can clarify that for you, that's even better. So go to the doctor's appointment with an open heart, because you might just surprise yourself. And who are we to tell you? Who are we to stop you from having your surprise and aha moment and tears of joy, right? Who are we to do that for you? Well, I'm not doing that. Beautiful, Lockie. I don't know you, doll, but I have seen you on live and stuff. There you go. So the confirmation that you're receiving, Lockie, should give you the confidence to know that you are guided in the right way, and whatever comes next will help you to expand on what you already know and bring you a lot more to utilize in your life. Okay. Just because we do the spiritual work doesn't mean we don't go to the doctors to find out what our bodies are, right? Exactly. What's happening with our bodies, because we need to feel okay about that as well.
Yeah.
For your peace of mind, Lockie, right? Your guidance is telling me, well, the 3 that hang around with, that walk with you, they're very prominent right now, and one of them is reaching out to you for you to take their hand. So what that means is there will be offerings of assistance coming your way very soon to help you take the next step. And, go with the open mind, go with the open heart. You're the creator of your path, not them, okay? Your guidance is here to help you. So everything feels very calm about you, Lockie. You're strong and you're capable of dealing with whatever comes up with maturity and respect, and the universe walks with you every inch of the way. Well, it wasn't your okay. So you felt like your cousin who passed away and grabbed it, say it was okay. Yeah, maybe that guide took that form because to make you feel comfortable in that guidance. Our guides shapeshift into visions so we can feel comfortable in receiving the message. And your cousin who's passed away is now just about to re-enter another life, just so you know. Okay. But she's getting ready to come back again. No, it's not. I don't feel it. No, it's not coming back as no, sorry. No, it's not coming back as a family member. It's outside of the family because she needs to heal herself without the people she knows.
Got to do it differently this time.
Yeah. Is your sister having another baby, or will she be having another baby? The soul that's coming in for your sister will be one of the souls that are required to be on the earth for our future. So it'll be quite intuitive in nature. Okay. Soon can be many months from now. Soon can be another year or two, you know what I mean? But I'm just letting you know that your sister will bring in a soul that is required to be on this planet because of the gifts the child will have. It is for our future. Hope that helps you. Your guidance is just right in front of me, the three beings of light with a golden white coat as such. They're applauding you and they're excited for you. What this particular one would like you to know is that because you do the work, your guidance can do the work around you, and you don't have to do anything. You just need to trust your process, believe in yourself, and do what you can in your day, and allow your guidance to do some of the background work to bring you what you need. And I'm learning that too, right? And it's beautiful. You just got to learn patience.
That word again.
learn patience and
Yeah.
learn to not want it yesterday, because if we push ourselves into an activation that we're not ready for, you won't be aligned, and you create dysfunction and chaos. So, just so you know.
Oh, yes, I did, Simone. I saw that. I'll write you down. I only just saw it when you said it.
You know, the word patience, Lockie, it doesn't matter what you're doing, where you're going, how evolved you think you are. Patience is the human lesson.
Yeah.
You know, because we think we might have patience, and then something will come along, like today with the solar flares, and the energies will push you a little bit further on, and there you go. You have to learn patience again.
Always.
It's very cheeky. It's
Always.
very cheeky.
It is, and sometimes it's got to do with I think sometimes that patience that we need, that we all need to learn, has a lot to do with okay, so we know that you want this, us. We know that we want something, but the universe is not ready to give it yet. So we have to learn the patience in order to receive that.
Yeah.
And it's one of my Aboriginal laws. I have been trying to. Now, you're not trying to learn it, like, you just are learning it.
Remove the word trying, because they're telling the universe that you don't have it, and then so the universe will show you that you don't have it. Okay.
Yeah.
I am now have the ability to be patient.
Yes. That's better, Lockie. You should have known better.
That's right.
I'm learning it. Okay.
Okay.
You done? Just let
Yeah,
me
I
know.
am.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
That's okay.
Yes.
Lockie, for you, I've got the Two of Swords in front of me, which I dealt for you before. And it's kind of talking to me two ways with this. It's kind of talking to me about your health and about the spirituality, not with much else in your life, because the health is the prime concern for you at the moment, and you are integrating your spirituality into a world sometimes of more pain than what most people can cope with. So this is a really difficult lesson for you to transition through. They're asking you, health-wise, to pay attention to your emotions. Okay, you need to pay attention to your emotions, because sometimes that's a trigger for your health issues. And now, I'm not saying that this isn't part and parcel. It's to do with a few things, like it's to do with your emotions and about how you're thinking and feeling with the people in your life, and also to do with what your body is putting forward to you to try, Caroline, to get you to be able to work with, as well as move through your spirituality. So it's asking for balance. Okay, you will be making decisions to do with that. Lots of decisions that will come from that. So, you're on the path now to making those decisions for yourself. I also had the King of Pentacles come up for you, and it also tells me, to do with your health, that there are going to be improvements that are being made because of these face-to-face visits that you're having. Now, they're also saying something about venting your negative emotions, because you have a tendency to close them down because you don't want to upset anybody. What they're saying is you need to offload those negative emotions that are not yours to sit with. So You need to sit more with the emotions that belong to you, all right, not to the emotions that belong to other people, which always makes it worse. So, that's him here, all right? Um, it also tells me, Lockie, that you have the capacity to draw an income for yourself. You need to be in charge of your finances. I'm not going to go any more into this because this particular card says it all. This is you, Lockie, okay? This is you. The Pentacles represents finances, all right? You are the king of this domain, okay? You need to you are being asked to step up into this, because it's important for your future, and it's going to take a lot of hard work for you to move through this because of the way you have been up until now, pushing through all of these different barriers, and at some point, money doesn't really matter, but we do have to make ourselves comfortable the way we live with that. So the Eight of Pentacles tells me also that you've got a little bit more learning to do. There is something else that you can incorporate into who you are spiritually, but it is also telling me that you are going to be able to learn something to get into this side of yourself. You see, you've got lots of pentacles in your reading at the moment. Well, these two have come up in your reading. There also, this card has a lot to do with the first one I was talking about. Behind you is the sun, and you're defending your place in this world. What you don't need to do is defend yourself. You just need to live. You just need to live in the more authentic version of Lockie. I'm seeing, Lockie, that you're going to be making decisions that you're going to have to how can I put this, make from a more egoic sense rather than an emotional sense. It's got to do with where you're going to take yourself financially. That's what I'm picking up from this particular card here. All right, the emotions need to be calmed, but you're looking forward, you're not looking backwards, which is something that I want you to do. I want you to keep looking forward, because there is justice coming for you, Lockie. All right, you putting the time in. So my tiger's eye crystal just fell off the table, so I do define that courage. Finances are a big reason to stresses, and I fully agree. You need to take control. Yeah. Okay. So it is coming for you. Life lesson. They're just saying to me, break it down, Caroline. Life lesson. Be more in control of your finances. This will come as you, how can I say it without sounding too cheeky about it? Just say it, okay, because of your age, this is going to manifest itself incrementally. It is something that will just happen so much easier for you because, I mean, even when I was younger, I just used to spend my money and think, I got the money. Hey, I may as well spend it. I'm not going to put it away. I think that is something that is going to be true for you too. I'll keep looking forward and try to limit the stress. Try, Lockie. Put myself and look forward to the future. Just do it when it feels right, Lockie. Okay. Sometimes we can all be bad with money, and like I said, it's just one of those life lessons that we do need to step sometimes into our 3D lives. We do need to be able to take care of ourselves. It's just, being spiritual, we all, live up in the clouds somewhere all the time, but we do desperately need to take care of our 3D world sometimes. And
all
that,
the time.
yes, I meant sometimes because, of the spirituality side of it. It can't be all the time, but you will be it's going to be a blessing for you when it does happen. When you start seeing those funds in your account and you can start to see things moving, your health, the way you are moving through your spirituality, you are so blessed, Lockie, with your spirituality, really blessed. Loads of things are happening for you, okay? Loads of things. So once you get past this physical aspect, things are going to start to settle down for you because you'll have it under control. And then once you've got the physical side of it under control, then you'll start moving into being able to take care of yourself financially much better than ever before. And your spirituality will just grow through all of this. They're telling me that you need to be a little bit more selfish with things, Lockie. They're telling me that you are sometimes, you give, and I do say this to people, at the expense of yourself. You need to be able to give to yourself the same way as you give to other people. And I can't stress that enough. So the King of Swords has come up for you, and they're asking you to be more selfish about the things that you need in your life so that you can be there for other people. As I said, you are so very gifted, Lockie. All right, but just give to yourself as well. All right, you can still give to other people, but not at the expense of yourself. I agree. I just want to be able to go out for the day. If I wanted to go and get some dinner at the pub, I just wanted to be rich. And those things will come. Yeah? Okay, after this reading, yeah, now to the end of your days, lady. I have a quick question, if possible. Do you feel I may need to resign this lease? You can, if you decide to do that, Lockie, what they're saying to me, that the words that came across for you was you can transfer the lease into somebody else's name. Don't let that stop you from moving. If you need to move, if you feel that the place you've moved into is not on the same, it's not helping you, find somebody who is willing to be able to transfer the lease into. Sorry. Okay, that one. Okay, that's all I've got, I believe. Yeah, that's all I've got. They've closed the door on me, Lockie. That's it for you.
Who's the next person?
Margaret Rogerson.
She's still here? Yep. What's your question, Dawn?
Okay, so Lockie, oh yes, thank you. I just want to move before we have to resign. Stay here much longer. Thank you so much, Simone. Lockie's saying thank you to you, Simone. That was a beautiful gesture of you.
What's your question, Margaret?
Okay, good luck this afternoon, Lockie. Okay. And I'll chat later with you. Thank you for your donation, Simone, by the way.
Where am I spiritually? Is that your question? Okay. Right. Can I start on this one?
Yeah, I haven't even dropped into her energy yet. I'm still in Lockie's energy. So, yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'm going to give you some keywords, Margaret. Something for you to sit with and look deeply within. First one is time to clean house. Spiritually, you need to clean your energy. What else? Self-worth. Go into that energy and look at what your guidance wants to tell you about self-worth. Third one. I had a sense that you'll be moving soon. But where are you spiritually? The main thing is you need to this is the message I'm getting, is she needs to clean her house energetically. It's too crowded, confusing her. Needs to clean house. And what do they mean by that? What your guidance is saying, that when there's too much energetics within your own energetics trying to talk to you, you're going to get confused. It's going to sound like a blur. It'll create dysfunction and chaos in your physical world. So I'm getting told by your team, too many in her house need to clean. So what does that mean? You need to reach out and get yourself a person who can help you clean your house and understand what you have energetically. This is where you are spiritually. Are you still there, Margaret? When somebody asks, am I, what about my spirituality? Well, spirituality is also about your attitude, about your self-worth. How do you respond to the world? How are you responding to yourself? Spirituality is all about the energetics within your own self that can carry you through to the next step. So I know you do readings and I know you do all those sorts of things, and that's why they're asking me to tell you you need to clean house and look at who you're speaking with. And some of you already know that I'm big on that, and that's why your guidance is saying it to me. But you are moving house, I'm feeling, very soon. Your guidance also want you to know, like, how am I seeing your guidance? Like, they're sitting on the porch of they're sitting on the porch of your house, right? So you are your house. Your guidance is sitting on the porch, because within your house, there's too many in the house for them to come in. So that could be why you might be feeling that you're not getting a lot from them. So your guidance wants me to tell you that keep going, you're doing great. Like, listen to your instincts, not what other people want you to do or say. But you need to clean your house. If you're going to continue working with energy, you need to clean your house, because the new energies that are coming in will push you to do it, and that usually means discomfort in the physical world. Like, it's like your guidance is saying, no more playing games. If you want to take this seriously, you need to take yourself seriously energetically. And remember, I love you, Margaret. Why do I say that? Because I feel your guidance pushing me to tell you that. Do you know, right, the new energies that are coming in right now for you, Margaret, it's going to be like this pushing sensation, because this is what the energies are doing right now. They're pushing people. Your team is saying, you want to work with energy? Well, get to learn what your energy is all about. Get to learn what's yours and what's not yours. Get to learn who you're communicating with, because there's a lot of demons on the planet, outside in the universe. We all have to clean our energetic space. I do it 24/7 to make sure that I'm giving you direct, clean energy. You all have to do this. So do you, Margaret. Because the world's going to get tougher. And so your guidance are loving you and asking you to please slow down and look at how you're communicating with energy before you worry about what somebody else is doing. And I'm telling you, Margaret, once you do, the beautiful things that you're going to manifest from that is just going to bring you tears of joy. You will start to get a lot calmer, and everything about you will change. And you will then attract the people who with higher vibration, who will then become your guidance in the physical world. But right now they can't see you because your house is too full. If you want help, reach out to me, Margaret. Let's have a conversation and let's see how we can help each other. Because I didn't come here to sell myself, but they're pushing me, right? Your guidance is saying, tell her. I'm telling her. So that's where you are spiritually. No fluffy ducks about spirituality. You can't have the fluffy ducks anymore. You got to really look into your energy, your house, clean your house, get to learn your shadow, become friends with your shadow, and be able to sit with your fear and transmute it into light. So that means work with your fear so you can collaborate into a balanced relationship. That is spirituality. Hugs, Margaret.
Margaret, sorry, I thought you were finished.
I was going to say, just go and talk to Marantha. She'll tell you about me.
Margaret, when Katerina was talking about you moving, I'm also picking that up as well. There's a card right in the middle of the ones that I've chosen for you. There is still somebody out there that is giving you crap about where you're living, and I don't know who this person is, but you need to be mindful of this particular person, all right? This particular person is not telling you the whole truth about a situation, and it could possibly have to do with your moving. I'm just going to leave that one there for the moment, because you asked about your spirituality, and similar to what Katerina has said. I don't know whether you go into meditation or how often you do it, Margaret, but they're asking you to basically concentrate on yourself a little bit more. They're saying that you still need guidance from outside, hence that could be Katerina here, who is offering her services to you. But you are blessed with messages from angels and from the other side, but they're still saying that you need I don't know, mentoring of some sort. I'm not quite sure what this message is that they're giving me. They're asking you to look for the signs and the signals. Perhaps this live is one of those for you, Margaret. And sometimes they're very subtle. So you've got to, and if you're picking up that, you could get a lot out of chatting with Katerina, by all means, do that. Right? You don't need to be kept down anymore because of that. And that this is actually the Eight of Swords that is giving me this card. All right, so reach out to people. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemies with this, okay? So because we don't want to reach out and talk to anybody, but and sometimes it's just a necessary. We just reach out to each other. I mean, yes, we are all different spiritually. We're all unique in our own way, and we all bring a lot to the table with our own spirituality. And Katerina's got a lot to offer you. She will hold space for you, for the person that you are. She will help you through that. That's just what she does. So don't let this be a block for you, okay? Don't let yourself be that block. Get yourself out of that, the parts where you've surrounded yourselves with the swords, because the next card is the Lover's card. Where are you? Here. Sorry, I can't see what I'm doing here. And again, this, you can actually, as along with having another mentor, you can actually mentor yourself through this, because it is your spiritual journey and only you know what's right for you. So they're saying to you, this card actually means spiritually, don't blindly follow. You still have to question things. And that's another thing that Katerina is good at doing. She will answer any questions that you have. That's what she's there for. But you also need to listen to your heart and your reactions to things that she's saying. So if something resonates with you, take it on board. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't. All right? So just remember that. And this is where it's all going. You're moving forward at such a huge rate of knots over the last 6 months. The Chariot is it's just beautiful to see, to see you moving in that space. And, before I got the King of Swords for Lockie, and for this one, Margaret, I'm getting you the Queen of Swords. Another thing, you have to be mindful of what it is that you want for yourself. All right? Do what is right for you, not what other people believe is right for you. Yes, clean up house, etc. Do whatever you need to do, but be very mindful of what it is that you want for yourself out of all of your spiritual journey, and especially they're telling me where you're going to be moving to. Reflecting. They're telling me that you're doing a lot of reflecting, Margaret. Lots of reflection going on for you. They're saying to me that there's been a bridge that has been burnt in the past, and it's not because of anything that you've actually done. It's because of something that somebody else did, and they want you to just be able to be more mindful of the fact that it wasn't you that did this. It was more to do with the other person, and there's nothing more that you can do about that situation. When you move, they're showing me when you move that you're going to be doing renovations, like you're going to be painting it all up, and you won't know yourself. You won't have the fan blasting, 24/7 to get rid of shit in your house. Things are going to be very different for you. So this is going to make you feel energetically cleaner as well. There's only 2 on the list at the moment, Ellie. And Simone is the next person. So there's somebody out there, Margaret, who is willing to help you through this transition, and it's not just the transition that I'm talking about with Katerina. They're talking about, where you are living, what you are doing for yourself. there's a person there that wants to help you through this, through the Knight of Cups, and they want to help you through it emotionally, because sometimes they're telling me that's where you struggle. Yes, I am. I have a lot to let go of. I found my true worth and value, and letting go now, moving on and involving. Yes, absolutely, you are. So just keep going with the way you're going. You are the Empress. You are in control. You know where you need to be. Take the offers of help along the way, because they will create abundance for you. Okay, they'll show you a different part of yourself. It will open up. It will open up a new area for you, Margaret. It will give you, they're saying, I know you have confidence now in the things that you give to people, but they're saying that there's more confidence coming. Keep going. Keep going. We've got you back. Not on your own. And that is all I have for you, Margaret.
Thanks for your donation, Margaret. So who's next?
Simone. And then after that, we've got Rachel, and we just had another one through from
Ellie.
Ellie. Is that her name?
Is that?
Yes, Ellie O'Connor.
You're crying because you know that.
Who are you doing?
You're crying because Archangel Gabriel was just cleansing your heart space today. Yeah.
Oh.
And you're crying too because it's a relief, right? It's a relief that somebody understands
and acknowledges it.
Yeah. Crying is good.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all in favor.
Crying is good for the soul.
Yep. A lot of people think it's weak. It's not. It's a strength. Trust me. It's a strength. And people will stand there and say, oh, don't cry there. It's okay. Cry away. Cry away.
Okay, Simone. She's still around?
Didn't mine go through? Oh. Yes, it did. I do apologise. Chiquita, she was way there at the start.
Was she?
Yes. Apologies, Chiquita. My bad. Can we do Chiquita next? Because
sure. You got the list, lady.
Yeah, she was up there first. I'm sorry, Chiquita. Chiquita.
Okay, so what's your question?
And then we will do Simone. Simone, I do apologise, but Chiquita was in front of you.
What's this shoe business?
It's got something to do with a bird, shoe bell or whatever. I'm not quite sure, but that's Chiquita and Carrie Jemison. They call themselves shoe bells. It's a bird.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Just thought I'd ask.
It's so cute.
All right, so who are we doing? What's her name?
Again? Sorry, shoes at each other. Chiquita.
Chiquita, where is she?
Chiquita. Chiquita, where are you? No, we don't. Concentrate, Chiquita. It's about throwing shoes at each other. Marantha. Good, thank you, Crystal. Okay, so while Chiquita is writing up her question, we have Chiquita, Simone, Rachel, and then Ellie.
Okay, tell her you've got the list, so you need to tell me who's next.
Okay. Chiquita.
Hello, Fiona.
Yeah. Simone, Rachel, and Lynn.
Chiquita, okay.
All right.
Let's get started then. Oh, is that Rose? Is Chiquita Rose?
Chiquita Rose Stevenson.
Oh, okay. Now I know what C means.
Yes.
No, I didn't know.
Who was in my dream last night?
Who was in your dream? Who was in her dream, Gabriel? Well, that's a really broad question. Who was in my dream? Could have been anything.
And when you say that, all I get is judgment.
Well, yeah, well, I got thyself. A reflection of thyself.
That was just wishful thinking. I think it was just wishful thinking. Well, now you need to explain yourself, Chiquita. It's not good enough. We need to know what you mean by that, because Katerina got thyself and I got judgment. So what are you doing? Are you judging yourself too harshly? Because if you are, woman, you need to stop it. I think it's just
and plus, there's many layers in a dream. So what am I picking up on that dream? Because you're being so broad. Because you got to understand, right? We just can't go into that energy and know exactly what you're talking about, right? So we need a little bit of more information. We're bloody good, but not, we're still human, darling.
Wishing it was a ribeye. Wishing it was really.
It was about a man all up. Okay. All right. So this is my interpretation of that. That is because we're all kind of having those dreams. The man in your dream is your masculine energy, and it's time to get to know your masculine energy up close and personal. It's about how do you love yourself enough? How are you loving yourself up? So when we don't do it in the physical, we have dreams of being with the man who does it in our dreams. Okay. Yeah, and the reason why I'm laughing is, and I'm going to share this out public, is that, there's always a dark-headed man who's always up close and personal with me. So what it means really is that your masculine self, I know you don't have a man, but what I'm saying is the man in your dreams is the masculine version of you that needs to feel loved. You need to feel loved. You need to love yourself up physically. Treat yourself. Love yourself. Do everything that makes you feel supported. Do everything that makes you feel that you are able and capable of moving through your problems, loving yourself up. That's what that means. Gary, just keep my... I'm just going to keep my comments to myself. Yeah, right. That's the masculine part of you. So what are you judging about yourself as the leader, as someone who can take you, who is more courageous? Like it's all about your courageous self, your leader, you're able to stand up for yourself. What is it about those things that you want in your physical life that you're not having right now? And anyway, isn't it nice how the universe gives you a beautiful man to play with in your dreams, because they won't give you something ugly, right? Because then you won't do the work.
I'm not even sure that she saw his face.
Well, sometimes, you can see his face.
Whoa.
Oh gosh, yes. All right. So so look at yourself through the lens of am I strong enough to be the leader that I wish to be? Have I got the courage to look at myself and let my masculine self know that it's okay to be intuitive. It's okay to be soft. It's okay that you don't have to be the leader all the time. It's okay, all those things, right? It's time to be the feminine self. You need to teach yourself, your masculine self, how to be your feminine self. Does that, tell me if that doesn't make sense, right? Well, of course, it's going to look like somebody you admire in the physical world, of course, because that's how the universe works. That's how you work. You weren't going to put somebody there that was ugly and not attracted to you. Otherwise, you won't get the message then, will you? But that doesn't mean that you go to the person that is physically at your work, because you don't want to cause problems for yourself either, right? You obviously you admire this person from a distance, and maybe you obviously like what he looks like. So you create the dreams. You create the dreams that have him be your masculine self, because that's what makes you feel safe, right, and comfortable. So look at your masculine self. What is it that you're not doing to have yourself all loved up? Oh my gosh, Penny.
Yeah. Fuck.
Exactly. That's what she's saying. I'm not going in that space.
No. Okay, Tatiana, see you later. Take care.
Thank you for being here. See you next time. What? I didn't do it this time. What are you talking about?
Maybe in her dream she wasn't doing it this time.
Oh.
It's just up close and personal. Feminine aspects, Chiquita.
Well, you know what's going on too, right? Your root chakra is being cleansed out. Your root chakra is to do with sex, grounding, stability, 3D world, and all that top stuff, right? So your root chakra, everybody's root chakra right now is getting some sort of work out. So that's what's going on, right? So in other words, find ways to love yourself for who you are, not for what other people want you to be. I'm done. Your turn, Caroline.
Okay. So I showed this particular card, the Karma card, before, guys, when we were talking about, judgment. And I actually believe that this particular card is telling you to, basically stop judging yourself. And if you're going to, Chiquita, I don't really, you do judge yourself. And sometimes quite harshly. This is what they're telling me. And it's this judgment of self. It's this, how do I put it? Or they're just giving me so many words at the moment. Like they're giving me balance between the male energy and the female energy, which is kind of bouncing off what Katerina was saying before, and they want you to show more feminine side of yourself. They want you to embrace emotions a little bit more. They want you to not be so critical of yourself when you become emotional, which is okay to be emotional. It's like Chiquita, you are a very, very funny person when you get together with Carrie and Rick and the other people. You're very funny to listen to, all of you. And sometimes they're saying to me that you need to embrace your emotional self, because you hide a lot of your emotions away from people. And this is a part of you that they actually like to see as well. So, is this making sense to you, Chiquita?
That's. I was just going to say, Caroline, that's why she's getting up and close to the male masculine.
What? Because she's being shown to, she needs to get more in touch with herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing makes sense to her. How about we just let Chiquita answer a few questions, guys, please? Chiquita, I'm trying to let it all hang out, but it's got a tight zipper. See what I mean, Chiquita? See what you do, right? You have this masculine energy that kind of takes over, and I'm only saying that because men tend to hide their emotions a lot more than women do. But you're saying that you want to let it all hang out, but you've got a tight zipper on that suit. So what you're doing is you're hiding your strength. They're saying, the feminine part of you wants to come out occasionally.
Well, it has to come out. That's what's going on with the energetics. You have to find balance between your masculine and feminine, so you can have healthy physical relationships.
Where are we? I've also got the moon card, and it is another one of these cards that says, they keep bringing me back to balance, Chiquita. All right, all of these cards are bringing me back to balance. All I'm seeing in these cards is balance. You do have something or someone coming in for you. You have a new way of belief. You have a new systems of beliefs coming in for yourself, whether that's to do with the way you treat yourself, whether it's somebody else coming in for you. That male energy that's in your dream is something that you would probably like to have in your life. That person is showing you that it is possible. Things are happening behind the scenes for you that you are not aware of. And when you do become aware of them, you'll go, oh my God, is that what it was all about? Somebody wants you to be more feminine. Somebody wants you to sit in your feminine power. Are you already doing a lot of shadow work on this, Chiquita? Are you? Okay. So now they're talking, Chiquita, that you've actually said something about doing shadow work, and what I want to show you is the Tower card. Okay, the Tower card does represent in some way shadow work, but just remember, it's all happening up here in your head. It's all happening up there. You're throwing people out. You're offloading a lot of shit. You're having arguments with yourself. But this base down the bottom here is what I want you to focus on. It's so solid. Nothing is going to move that. If you try and imagine, not try, if you imagine that this is a part of yourself, that is your soul self, that is who you are, this is your more authentic version of yourself, and this is the part that you're removing, all right? And see the light up the top here, all right? All it wants to do is just come in. It's just you're getting homework assignments all the time. Well, I wonder why, Chiquita. If you're getting homework assignments all the time, what is that telling you? Are you going through them, Chiquita? All right. I feel like I'm skating on thin ice at the moment, Chiquita. I feel like something is going on around you that you're not really sure about how to handle. And I'm not talking about money. I just feel like I'm skating on thin ice at the moment. Like I'm going around and around this tree. I'm skating, but it's really thin. Like it could break at any moment. And when it breaks, you're coming into these tower moments. All right. So be very careful. But having said all of that, then you have this coming, the Nine of Cups. This is just a beautiful moment. You know, you've got one sitting right in front of you, and you've got all of these other ones lined up, ready to be just taken. That is what is coming to you, all of this shadow work that you're doing. And they're saying, Chiquita, might I add, that with this homework that you've got, if you've got it lined up and ready to do, they're actually saying to me, very cheeky actually, are you doing it? Are you doing it, Chiquita?
And I'm getting your guidance. There's a big fella in front of me going, no, he's doing this to me. No, not doing it. Not doing it. No, okay.
I do know. 222. Okay, so where are you? Where are you, Chiquita? You've disappeared on me. Chiquita, yes, slowly but surely. Okay. They're telling me not to feel overwhelmed with all of this, right? You need to remember that you are strong and that this authentic version of yourself is there underneath all of this stuff at the top. And they're saying don't lose your beautiful sense of all of that. You are such a funny person, but they also want you to show that side of yourself that is just, I don't know. They're just they're just making me want to hug you. They're making me want to reach out to you and say, "Where the fuck are you, Chiquita? I can see you in there sometimes. Show it to me. Just show me yourself."
That's why you're having the dreams of up and close male face.
Yeah. Big huggies and kisses, all of that stuff. I mean, I went to Google before and I had a look at the different meanings of, what it means to be up and close or to have a man in your dreams. And it just represents powerful things that are on their way to you as well, telling you that to remain positive in your life as well. It is also saying, this is related to men, that it's okay for you to shed a tear. So if that man is up and in your face or was up close and personal to you, show your femininity to this person. Yes, Penny, show the lovable side. It just feels like it's a little bit confusing the way I'm bringing across these messages, but they you need to go back and listen to this because now I'm rambling.
So who's the next person?
I wrote it.
Simone.
I wrote, yeah.
Simone.
Yeah. Hang on. It's a work in progress. We're all work in progresses, Chiquita. All of us. All right? All of us. Did you ladies see my last comment?
Yes, I did, Margaret. That's why I said excellent. She got a notification in an email about a new house.
Yes. About it. Yes. I've got a big sign checked in. Wonderful.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Just, you know what? That's the universe saying to you, see, these ladies know what they're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and also telling you that I'm the real deal. But you know, this is what our guides do.
Yes.
Great, Margaret. Look forward to hearing what happens about that. Don't be afraid though. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next one.
You won't know yourself. You won't know
No.
yourself, Margaret.
No.
Absolutely won't know yourself. And
Simone.
Kitty, you won't know yourself either. I want to see that tender side of you. Opposite of laughing club. No, not opposite. Just to, balance the two of them together. Simone. I'm all in. Yes, Margaret. Finally, after all this time. Been a couple of years. Simone, then Rachel, then Ellie.
All right, Simone, where are you?
And then we're going after that. After that, there's 3 readings that should take up to about 2 hours. Simone. There she
There
is.
you are.
Any questions?
Yeah.
Any questions, Simone? Just nearly over 20 months. Yeah. Long time. You saw me shuffling, Simone, all right? I don't know whether you've got a question up here or not. No, I don't. I can't see a question there, but
There's no question.
Yeah, Simone, I'm okay. So I know that you've been through a lot lately, all right, Simone, and they're saying that you're still guides higher self. How to communicate better with those around me. Thank you. Anything I need to hear is fine. You're still carrying a lot of emotions here, and it's all to do with who you are. The home represents you as a person, you as what are your contributions in this world. And we can't see his head in this photo, okay? He's got his head down and he's watching the path, so much so that he can't see what's out in front of him. He's looking, down rather than forward or moving forward. So to some degree, it's challenging you. All right, it's very challenging for you to go through the issues that you're going through at the moment. You're going to be, that it feels to me like you're this card for you, Simone, feels like you're at a crossroads. That there are decisions that you're going to be making, and trust me, when you make those decisions, they will be the right ones for you. Always, Simone, you will be making the right decisions for yourself, because that is where you need to take yourself in order to go through these life lessons that you are going through. So just know. Again, now you did see me shuffle, all right? This card has come up again. So what they want you to remember is that you have a very steady base. You have a very, you are unique. You are rightly going through all of this shit that's up the top there. But you are offloading things that no longer serve you. See these people that are falling out of the tower? The lights are still on. There are people home. You're at home, but you're removing things from your field of vision that no longer serve you. You still have there. Okay, well, how am I supposed to say that to her? Okay. Okay, so Simone, there is a part of yourself that you are rejecting. I just have to put these into words for you. There's a part of yourself that you're rejecting, which is causing this, all right? That rejection of self is something that you can work on moving forward, because that will actually help with how it can help you accept who you are as a person. all of the things that you've been given to live with in your life were meant to be there for you to become or to learn the opposite of what you need to become. I got lost in what people were telling me. I was learning to heal this, and yes, I feel rejected. Yeah. So, this is what they're saying. And I'm picking this up in the card number 15, the shadow side, which is the major arcana card. And whenever I see major arcana cards, I get that it's a major lesson for you. All right. This is you down, sorry. This is you down here. And this is the part of you that you're not accepting. You're looking up there saying, oh fuck, I don't want to see that side of me. I don't like that side of me. But see this shining, this ray of sunshine in the background. This part of yourself is the part that they want you to learn about, right? So that you can see that light, so that you can accept this part of yourself to bring you to this. Because both parts of yourself is what makes up you. You're the magician, Simone. Okay, you're the magician. You have the tools. You are a spiritual person. You have the ability to work with what you have spiritually and also what you have available to you here. And you're actually going to do it. If you look at this particular card here and then you look at this card tells me that you're going to be able to blend the two, to accept who you are. Sorry, it's really hard doing this upside down. To accept who you are as a person. And it's going to be a beautiful sight. Once you do this, you will stop listening to what other people are saying and start listening to who Simone or what Simone has to say to Simone about Simone. Create a lot of drama too. I see that. Well, the drama obviously needed to be created, Simone. So whatever you do, I don't want you to come down hard on yourself, because that drama needed to be there, right, for you to be able to grasp what's happening in your life. If it wasn't there, you wouldn't have that depth of knowledge for yourself. So whatever you do, the drama had to be there. That's just the way it happened. And it's part of accepting what happened to bring you to where you are now. All parts of yourself. All parts of self. And like I said, don't come down on yourself so hard. This is you. This is the butterfly is you. And look what you're doing here, right? I want you to just move away from these swords. I want you to move away from that and stop putting so much pressure on yourself. You can move away and out of the direction of all of these swords, right? And just accept that, parts of yourself, yes, they can be worked on. Absolutely can be worked on. But they are a part of who you are in this world. And please, let go of that which no longer serves you. That is for you, Simone, from me. I'm done. My narcissistic ex was the biggest lesson for me. I turned on myself. Yeah. But it needed to be that way, Simone. Right? It needed to be that way.
We all go through our lives. We all go through our process, and sometimes in our process we feel like we've lost ourselves. Now that would be because somewhere along the line you chose to stop believing in yourself, and that you stopped to stop having faith in yourself. And what happens is it's a gradual build up, right? Next thing you know, everything's gone to shit and you don't feel so great, and you suddenly wake up to the fact that you lost yourself. So how do you come back from that? Well, you just have to start allowing yourself to believe in yourself. Stop beating yourself up. And how do you communicate better with your guidance? You do that by getting into a practice of sitting quietly every day and learning about the energy that is presented to you. You create silent time where you just sit quietly. You can have music if you want, but it's usually all about just sitting quietly and tuning into yourself. Because to communicate with your guidance of a higher frequency, it's very soft. There's no drama in it. There's no woohoo about it. It's just very soft. You know, it's like a breeze. It could be like, you know, you could be sitting outside with a cup of tea or coffee or whatever, and then you feel into yourself. You let go of all your barriers, and suddenly this little breeze lifts up to let you know that you're not alone. Right? If you can't hear your guidance, it's because you're not listening to yourself. Because your guidance is you, just in a different form, in the invisible world, and so on. You know, we all like I said, we all sometimes experience the loss of self, and it's the awakening to that is the horror story, right? Is the thing that makes you think about why you were like that in the first place. So use this awakening of sorts to your advantage, in the fact that it's giving you the opportunity to look deeper within yourself, go back to your footprints, see what happened, think about why that happened. Because, you know, there's so much about ourselves that we don't even understand. And it doesn't matter how evolved you think you are, there's parts of ourselves that we don't know. So, but I have had a guide speak through me a couple of times randomly. Well, that's just, you know, you are relaxing yourself enough to allow that energy through. Like, I'll give you an example. This might help, right? So I have new guidance, but it's taken him, it took him about 2 years in my physical life to have him come close enough to me to say, I want to speak to you. So you need to also understand that not only does your barriers of lack of self-worth create the distance, well, it feels like that, your guidance also has to adjust their energies to be able to come into your space to talk to you. So it goes both ways. Don't be too hard on yourself. Use the time to just sit quietly and learn about your energy in the quiet moments. Journal, you know, do all sorts of things to help. I hope that was helpful. Okay. So who's next?
Okay. Oops. Whoop.
Yeah. Here we go.
She'll be back. If she disappears, she'll be back. We've got Rachel Childress. We've got you up next. Do you want to pop out and come back here?
Oh, I haven't done anything. It's just the energies.
I know. Do you want to try it?
Well, I have to log out and come back in.
No, just hit the Leave Studio and just go back into your Messenger and follow the link again.
Okay.
It's a disco. It was a disco. I've been lazy in journaling department, but I will try. No, you won't try, Simone. You'll just do it, all right? And if you don't do it, you know, you're doing your best. You're doing the very best you can with the knowledge that you've got. Seriously. Rachel, are you here? It was funny. I just about to say see you later. It's funny. Well, it is funny, Marantha. This happens every time she comes on live. Something messes up. And then Ellie is after that. So Rachel, are you here somewhere? I'll just put your name up on the screen. Just let me know if you're here. Hopefully she hasn't disappeared off the screen completely and she can't get back in. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Rachel! Oh, there she is. I put my question above. Oh, let me have a look. Oh, there it is. I'm so sorry, Rachel. I did not see that. Must have happened while I wasn't paying attention, which I tend to do a lot of. Hello, are my guides leading me to work more in depth with crystals or some other tool? Anything else for them to keep my vibrations up, to heal myself and others? If you don't get anything on this, then whatever you pick up. Oh, I don't like that music anymore. Sorry. Just have to change it up a bit. Okay. I don't know where she's gone. I'm guessing she'll be back shortly. All right, Rachel. Rachel, the connection that you have with your guides. Okay, so they're already talking to you. They're already telling you what they want. They're already telling you the way that they can see you working. And you are drawn to crystals, so they are going to step up and keep working with you with the crystals. You're drawn naturally to crystals. I can see quite a number of them around you, and you do use them a lot when you do healing. Okay, so they're kind of looking at me at the moment, and what they've done is exactly what I just did, and I closed my eyes. And what they want you to do is they want you to tune into the vibration of the crystal that you're working with. They want you to look at the crystal. They want you to understand the crystal and, not necessarily know what it's about, but what feeling does it give you? How can you utilize this with the healings that you do? How can you make this work in your favor? They're wanting you to make sure that you put the intention in the crystal for the work that you want it to do. Okay, it's the intentions that they want you to work with, and this will and clear intentions, clear the crystal first of any negativity. All right, and each time you use it, clear the crystal again, but they're wanting you to tune in to the vibration of the crystal. Does this make sense to you so far, Rachel? There she is. So yeah, tune into the frequency of the crystal, and they're saying that you can feel this, or this is something that you can do in a meditation. And what they want you to do is hold it in one hand, and then put your hand over the top of the crystal and feel the energy that it is giving off. Any other tools? They want you to use your guides are wanting you to use them more often. You may be listening to them, but they want you to use them more often than what you do. And they're not saying that you're ignoring them. You're not ignoring them. They just want you to use more of what it is that you understand, what they're telling you, to use it more in your work. And keeping your vibration up and open just means tuning into the authentic version of yourself. Just remove, they're saying just that you've got a layer of ego, they're saying to me, and that needs to be removed a little bit when you're doing this healing work, when you're working in your spirituality. Remove that part of the ego that is not, well, they're saying not welcome. I'm not sure I like that, guys. Just move more into the authentic version of yourself so that you can use. Now they're telling me something about the crystalline grid. I don't know what that means. Maybe Katerina can help me out with that. But they're just saying, yes, keep up the work with the energy of the crystals. Understand it from a feeling perspective, from a frequency perspective, because that's where you need to be. Where are you, Rachel? Are you still here somewhere? Yes, I need more info on crystal grids. Okay, all right. That was a little ways before. It's kind of like, I don't know why. Okay, no, don't say that. They're just talking to me about you removing that sense of self that belongs in the 3D world. And I say the 3D world because to me that kind of encompasses the egoic self as well. But they want you to remove that more when you're doing your healing work, because your healing work is something that you are really good at. Rachel, I'm not even sure whether you do healing or not. But if you're interested in crystals, you have power there. You have healing abilities in your hand. It's like they're making my hands warm. They're making my hands hot almost. It's like I can see you working with your hands, and I can see the motion. I can see you floating with the frequency. I can see you, like it's almost like you're riding, and I'm doing it this slowly because that's what they're giving me at the moment. She's riding those waves. She's riding the frequencies that are meant to be used for healing, and that you are shifting. You are literally shifting the negative energies, and you are able to bring in settling energy for somebody, to bring in the positive power of the energy, the frequency that you're using. I think they're telling me it's part of my mission. Yeah. You're very intuitive too, Rachel, and they want you not to forget that. Right? And it feels like your energy is kind of like in lots of different places at the moment, and they want you to understand that all of those things are being given to you so that you can make a choice for yourself. And even if it means choosing all of them to be a part of who you are, then you can use all of them. Balance in all things, Rachel. Just balance them. And there's the cat again, all right? I keep picking up cats for you. I don't know whether you have any cats around you, but, there's two cats here. There's one sitting on her lap here, and there's another one here. And I just thought for a moment there that Katerina was going to show another cat. But she's waving her wand. Oh, she must be hot.
I know what goes on with my camera, just off subject. It overheats itself. Because it's a cheapy thing, right? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Right? Do you own a cat, Rachel? Like physically own a cat? Or a pet?
A symbol of
Yeah.
yielding to self, that is life and the life process. Yeah, it also speaks of, cats usually speak of gifts. You know, you have intuitive gifts that could be recognized, as well as lots of things about cats.
Yeah, but this is a genuine question. I'm not making fun. Do you have one physically? Like, do you own a cat? Yes, no. Do you own a cat?
Because they can pick up energies as well. I have one in spirit.
So you don't have a cat, okay? Do your guidance is telling me that one is coming to you. So do you like cats? Not everybody likes cats, but it's not. Yeah, I'm not being funny or anything. This is a serious question. There is a cat. There is a cat coming to your life, right? What I was going to say was, if you have an animal, look, sit with your animal and watch them, how they balance things out. You know, watch how they do one thing at a time. Watch how they don't think about what the next thing is going to be. They're only thinking about what to do at this moment. Does that make sense? You know, the animal kingdom, like my guidance gets me to sit outside and listen to the birds and just watch nature. Nature has this ability to teach you how to stay grounded and how to look at things one moment at a time. Because nature knows that whatever they're doing right now is going to help them in the next moment, right? And back to the cat. Well, I hope you like cats, because one is coming. One, you are going to have one. Well, one is coming to you, because the soul of that cat. Right. Okay. Well, there's one coming your way. You probably may just make friends with one, or one just turns up at your door, or am I just picking up on guidance? You said you had a cat as your guidance. There's cats around you, the Lyrian energy. Let me pick into it. So it might even have something to do with your grid work. Your grid work right now is the mission that you're on right now. That's true. Because what you do is, when you go to sleep, you are in another time and place, creating more grids and closing down grids. Because what's happening is, there are a lot of people in this. Yes, there are a lot of people in this community who are unwittingly opening up dark portals and dark grids, because they think that that's what their guidance wants them to do. So there are many of us who then have to, through sleep time, go and close these down. So I feel that's what you're doing. So that's what you're feeling. So the feline energy around you as a guide is the Lyrian energy, and you're helping them close these grids down and opening up new grids for planet Earth, because there's something going on in the universe that is causing a lot of trouble, because I have had the same message in the last week. So whenever you get the feeling to sit and do your grid work, I would suggest you do it. Okay. I know, like this with these readings, you know, you can't really get into that conversation, can you? So I hope you understand what I'm saying to you. So how's that, Rachel? You still there, doll? Yes, people don't understand, but I understand, right? Because I've had the Lyrians contact me. And there's something going on in the universe that is causing a lot of trouble, and what they're doing is they're asking for their counterparts to help. So I think that's what's going on with you. But you know, you can always reach out to me and we can have a better conversation about it. Okay.
Julie, you can put a donation in, but Katerina will be going in about 5 or 10 minutes after we've done the next reading, so you will get a reading from me only. That's if she goes.
Well, you know, if we get, I'll do 2 more. That's fine.
Yeah. So if you want to pop through your donation, there's only one person ahead of you at the moment, Julie, and that is Ellie O'Connor.
Hello, Carly. You're welcome, Rochelle. So who are we doing it for? Sorry.
Sorry, I just want to finish up with Rachel's energy for the minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Rachel, they're just saying to me that you feel for some reason that time has sped up, like that you can't waste any time. They're telling me that I don't need to understand that, but you do understand what that message means. So time is being sped up, and they're asking you, please, not to waste much of the precious time because they need you to be doing whatever it is that you're doing. And as I said before, I saw crystalline energy grids and I didn't understand it. Maybe, you know, what Katerina is saying is something that you need to be doing. This and we also mentioned something about people that are opening up portals for negative energy, which I also believe in, and that you are one of these people that will be closing them down. So maybe that's what they're talking about with this, with the time being sped up.
Yeah.
And don't waste any of it. And you know, when like Katerina said, when you need to drop into that energy, when you're being called on to meditate, don't say, oh my God, I've got to go into the kitchen and make myself some dinner. Go and meditate. It will only take, they're saying it will only take, you know, maybe a matter of 10, 15 minutes, but they want you to connect with where it is that you're supposed to be connecting with.
Yeah, you don't need to remember, Rochelle, but just know that you're doing a great job and that they're honouring you and they're applauding you for the work that you're doing. This is all going to, you know, you're receiving all the guidance that you need to be able to do this, and you're, you know, one of your main purposes, one of your soul contracts is to do this work. So this is what Caroline and I are saying. If you feel that you need to have a little nap, go and have a nap. Or go and sit quietly, close your eyes, because within that 15 minutes, you'll be surprised how long you actually are gone. Right? I've gone to sleep for an hour and I've been gone for 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's no such thing as time where they are gone. It's all here. And no, your time here is not run out, Rachel. You are here for a purpose, and it's nowhere near that now. They're telling me. Don't even, if that's what you mean, don't even go there.
Yeah, you know, the feeling of running out of time, that feeling comes from the human self trying to catch up to what you're doing energetically, right? So you need to be kind to yourself. You need to do things to love yourself enough to know that one step at a time, right, as a human being. The energies have sped up as well, right? So the quickening of healing is happening because a lot of people are actually waking up and doing self-healing. So that's why that's happening too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're doing great, they're telling me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, if you need to go and do it, go and do it, Rachel. Right? Don't
And if
talk.
you're able to, right, always remember, if you're not able to do something, you can sit with your guidance and say, okay, maybe I can do this at night time, or maybe when I'm not working in my job. You know, you negotiate the times when you can do this, and they will accommodate.
Okay, and they've just closed the door on me, Rachel, so that means that I'm finished.
Yeah,
Thank
it's all
you.
done.
Thank you so much for your donation, Rachel. Ellie O'Connor, you are our last reading for today. Julie can't put in a donation today, so it looks like we will be doing Ellie as the last reading. Ellie, calling Ellie to the front counter. I feel I'm losing what you had. Time sucks. Yeah. Okay. You're welcome, Rachel. My son has severe pain in his wrist, cannot even write or use a computer. When will he get the help he needs? It's taking so long for any specialist. Will there be surgery? Is there two separate issues? Thank you. No school for 3 months. Ellie, I'm actually picking up that there is a school for him. You just haven't found it yet. It will find its way to you. You will find its way to the school. I don't know if your son has special needs, but they're saying special needs, and that you will find the school for him that will give him the attention that he needs. And remember, please remember, I am not a doctor, right? And you're doing the right thing by seeking out help from the medical profession. This is just what's coming through, what's being channeled to you as a message for that. I'm also picking up, Ellie, that it could probably take a couple of months for him to get any sort of diagnosis. He's played so much music. Carpal tunnel he is brilliant. You're saying that he has carpal tunnel?
Oh, right. Okay. Is he
Yeah.
Okay. Is he self-sabotaging? Do you know, I'm not a doctor either, right? So let's put that on the table. But what I do understand is, right, when our bodies start to ache and when our bodies start to shut down, it's because we need rest. We need a break. We've taken on too much energy that's not ours.
He will. Sorry. He's actually
So,
going to get what he needs, Ellie. He's going to get what he needs. But he's, like Katerina said, he's being asked to slow down.
you know, it could also be self-sabotage. Was there a point before this happened where he got tired, where he felt there was too much happening at the same time? He was trying to please everybody. Everybody was trying to get him to do everything. And at one moment he said, I don't want to do this anymore. And that emotional moment could have created the wrist problem. Just letting you know. Am I right or wrong? I'm not saying whether I'm right or wrong, but this is just information for you to feel into. And yes, so you feel overwhelmed. So this is what happens to us, right?
Yeah.
When we feel overwhelmed, when we get really tired and we can't feel that we can continue something, our emotions come in. During that time, we've got to be careful what we say and feel, because emotionally we will say to the universe, I don't want to do this anymore. And then what will happen is the process will start for that to be shut down. It can take months, it can take years, right? Because when energy filters into the 3D, it slows down. So that could be a possible answer to why this has occurred as well. Right?
Mm.
Maybe he was getting too much, was there too much pressure put on him? Do this, do that. Come on, let's get this done. You've got to do this. You've got to do that, right? So at 17 years old, what are you going to do? You're going to shut down.
I think it's pressure on himself.
Yeah. But also self-pressure comes from the environment that he's in as well. Maybe he was being pressured at school or his teachers, I don't know. I'm just saying, right? And so at that emotional standpoint, he got so tired that he just said, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. So what happens is we start the process of shutting down, and it can take 6 months, a year. It can take a long time. And then suddenly what happens is you have a problem to deal with because of it. Like we all experience this one time or another. So I'm just trying to explain maybe the process of why that happened. Right. See, now it's all coming out, right?
Yeah.
So this is his way of saying, I don't want to do this anymore. I need to have a break. But maybe he doesn't understand that. Maybe he needs to be, maybe he needs a kind word to say, okay, it's okay. Let's have a break. You can always come back, right? Yes, he'll get through it. He just needs to readjust his coping mechanism, readjust his ability to not have to please everybody, and it's about how he wants to enjoy it again. Right? We all do it. Like sometimes we even trip and fall and hurt ourselves because that gives us, that gives us a time to rest. But he's going to still do the scholarship. I do believe that. Maybe
The rest I think is going to come first, and then there's no issue. They're just kind of saying to me, repeat. And when they say repeat, and you're talking scholarships, I'm translating that message as maybe he will repeat the level of schooling that he's got at the moment in order to get to that scholarship or have that scholarship given to him. Yeah, so it will come. He just needs to rest. He needs to give himself rest. He needs to not be so hard on himself. And this is just, Ellie, don't forget that this is just part of his lessons that he has to go through in order to understand, give him a greater understanding of who he is and how much personal power he can move and have through all of this.
Later in life, he's going to be able to sit down with you and tell you how he understands now in later life, right?
Yeah.
Because he's only 17 and he's not going to he's not going to understand it all. So, yeah, he will. And, like my guidance, if there's something that I need to explain to somebody or help somebody with, my guidance always says, just quietly go up and give them a big hug and tell them that they are truly loved and everything's going to be okay. because you have my support. And maybe that's what he just needs at a given moment. Right?
Yeah. Ellie, is his father still alive, or is he passed on now? Father was a professor. Okay, father was a professor, so he still feels that pressure from his dad. And this is that be gentle on oneself, be gentle on himself. His father has a whole different attitude to life now. He is older, father 61. Oh, sorry, so he is actually still alive? You said was a professor. Okay, was, because, yes, that's his career, Caroline. Get with it, woman. Okay, so he's still feeling that pressure. That message hasn't changed. The message hasn't changed. So, maybe the father could be, maybe you could talk with the father, Ellie. Maybe you could just allude to the fact that it's a lot of pressure on your son, and just say that his dad is going to always be there for him, because he will be there for him. It's just things have changed now in Cuba. Still feeling the pressure. I'm sorry, but they're just standing there saying still feeling the pressure. Doesn't matter where he is.
But it could also be it's a soul contract, because this is going to push your son into a direction where he's going to learn a lot more about himself as well, right? Don't forget, we have soul contracts with the people in our lives. So this is something that he has to learn. Your son has to learn, right? So what you can do, Ellie, is just give him hugs and tell him that everything's okay. Show him that he has your support. He just needs to feel that he needs support, and this is what you can do, right? Sometimes another person just needs to be given a hug and say, I'm here for you. Give them a big kiss, and that's all they need to know. That's all they want to know.
Yeah. And it's also about your son believing in that hug and knowing. I mean, if he actually feels it from you, Ellie. He knows that when you say, I've got your back, darling, I've got your back, you don't need to worry about a thing. He actually hears you and he believes you. I'm just being told that he needs to hear it from his dad as well.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's that, like, I need your support. I need the validation. I need to know that you're going to be here for me as well. Even though I'm not this image of you. I can't be that professor. It's not the field I'm supposed to be in. I just need you to be there for me. And I don't think your son is able to say that. So it will be up to the father to say to him, I'm here for you.
Sure, but the father won't. Right?
No. Bingo.
So
Yeah.
can I just add, Ellie, that this is something your son has to move through, because this will build his confidence and self-worth.
Simple.
Right.
Simple.
So you give him a cuddle when he feels a little, feels unbalanced and stuff. Show him how to love himself, right? And how do you show him? By showing him by how you love yourself, right? Because his father might not even say it, right? His father might not even say it. It might take many years yet for that to happen. But there is a purpose in here for your son. It's all about self-worth and self-love. And let's not forget, he's only 17, okay? So just let him, his high self is saying, just let him rest. Let him just take some time out and rest. Right? because he's only 17. Think about, what did you do at 17? I know what I did at 17.
Yeah.
You know, certainly not the inner work that I maybe should have done. But, you know.
I was having fun as a teenager.
Me too.
Perfect job. He will work through this.
Yeah.
He is just a baby. He's only 17, as Katerina said. He's only 17 and he has a ways to go. But Ellie, just don't forget that you have this knowledge. You will be able to support him through all this, and you will talk to him on a soul level. You guys are already talking to each other. You're so connected to each other that, you know, he can feel things. He knows things. You know things about him. You have this contact with each other. As soon as he walks through the door, you know what he's feeling. This is something that isn't, you know, it just doesn't happen like that. This is a soul connection. You've been with each other before, and he's just going to learn so much from you. So just be gentle. He's only 17. Oh, okay. They're saying a handsome 17 as well. So there you go. I've never even seen him saying handsome 17-year-old. Mm-hmm. And they're saying he's got it mastered. He will master this. He will actually master this. Tell her to stop worrying. If you bite your fingernails or whatever it is that you're doing at the moment, Ellie, you need to stop worrying about your son, because he will move through this. One of the reasons why he came to you as a son is because you will be helping him through this.
Yeah, and don't forget too, he picks up on your anxieties and thinks that it's his anxiety too, right? We do that too.
He's empathic.
And that's where heart-to-heart conversations, you know, begin. It's okay to have heart-to-heart conversation with your 17-year-old son.
Yep.
Get him to think that that's okay. And the thing too is, we don't have the answers all the time. We just need somebody to sit there and hear us just blurt it all out and unravel ourselves, and, you know.
Well, why do you think he
simple
came
as that,
to Ellie?
right?
You know, you're there for a reason. Like I said,
See?
you have a connection. You just have a connection to each other. You've been before. Perhaps the roles were reversed when you were. He was your carer in another life, and you're caring for him this time. But you're caring for him in a different way. You're caring for him emotionally. You're caring for him because you're a mother. You are just there for him, and he knows this. Right, the transition for him through this is going to be a lot easier for him, knowing that you're there. You will have the words of wisdom to give him.
Yeah. And there's one more thing that I'm seeing in your soul contracts between the two of you. It's very important, because I know you're a healer and you want to do whatever you can as a healer. However, the soul contract is that he asks for the healing. You don't push it on him, because you can cause unbalance, right? I mean, I've had to learn that with my husband, right?
Yeah.
I can only help him if he asks me.
Yeah.
So I give you a suggestion, right? You sit quietly with your higher self, and you write a little letter to his higher self and tell his higher self how you're feeling, and that you want the connection between the two of you to be a lot more open, you know, whatever it is. And you might find that the next day he might come to you and say, "Hey, Mum, you can do this for me, can't you?" And he'll be open to it, right? So sit quietly, have a conversation with his higher self. I do it all the time, and it's amazing how that person shifts into a more lighter, you know. I do that with my husband all the time, right? With his higher self.
I do that a lot with my kids, you know, and Katerina's right. Usually, if you manifest it that way, if you give those notes or those feelings, those emotions, that communication with the higher selves, usually you'll find that there will be a response. It will just happen because the connection's there.
Yeah, that's
so,
right.
Ellie, do you have any other questions that you would like to ask?
Thanks, Christina. Oh, it's nearly time to go. It's 3:30. It's been a long one.
No, okay. All right, that is beautiful. Okay, so hopefully we have answered what it is that you need to know. I am actually seeing an operation, but this is something that is going to help, not hinder. It feels like it's going to be a recurrence. So, you know, if you can get into this or do whatever it needs to be done, it will help him. Can it work with anyone? That's a big question. You can send it out, and it's up to the higher self of the other person and the communication that that person has with their higher self as to whether or not it is taken on board. Jilly.
Yes, it's all about the intention.
Yep. All right, guys, I think that just about wraps us up. We were aiming for 2 hours, and we haven't got any other donations, so we just want to both thank you so much for your contributions to my fund, which is going to the anti-child trafficking, and also to Katerina as well. So thank you, everyone, for putting in your donations. They will go to a good cause.
Thank you so much. See you next time.
Yes, spending time with us. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, I will be back on. I might even do a meditation tonight. I'm not sure what's happening, but if I don't, I will see you all on Friday, my usual time at 7:30, and hopefully I will have Lockie with me. If not, it may be another person. If not, I'll be on my own. Okay, guys, love and light to you. Thank you for coming.